Dr. Michael Levin is a pioneering scientist reshaping our understanding of life, cognition, and consciousness through his groundbreaking work on synthetic living organisms called Xenobots and Anthrobots. These are tiny, programmable biological machines constructed from frog and human cells that exhibit surprising behaviors, including movement, self-assembly, environmental sensing, and even a novel form of reproduction. Levin challenges traditional views by arguing that cognition and consciousness are not exclusive to complex brains, but are properties emerging from biological systems at all scales. A concept he terms, "biology is cognition all the way down." Xenobots made from frog skin and heart cells can move autonomously in petri dishes, respond to environmental stimuli such as sound vibrations, and even manipulate loose cells to create offspring, a process the team calls kinematic replication. This unexpected behavior defies classical biological paradigms about reproduction and organismal intelligence. Similarly, anthrobots, derived from human tracheal cells, demonstrate remarkable capabilities such as healing neural wounds by knitting cell layers together, showcasing the latent problem-solving and regenerative potential of cells usually considered passive. Central to Levin's revolutionary approach is bioelectricity, the electrical signaling among cells that coordinates their collective behaviors and morphogenesis. By manipulating cellular voltages, his lab has induced dramatic changes in organismal form, such as worms growing 2 heads or regenerating limbs, highlighting bioelectricity as a foundational mechanism for memory, learning, and perhaps consciousness itself. This insight opens promising avenues in regenerative medicine, cancer therapy, and environmental applications, emphasizing that living materials possess intrinsic agential qualities, intelligent-like behavior emerging from non-neural tissues. Levin also critiques the language and conceptual frameworks used in biology and neuroscience. He argues against rigid categorizations like alive versus dead or machine versus organism, advocating instead for viewing cognition and intelligence as continuums or spectra of persuadability, the degree to which a system can be influenced or can adapt. This perspective dissolves traditional boundaries, suggesting that phenomena like memory, learning, and goal-directed behavior appear in diverse biological contexts, from gene regulatory networks to cell collectives, and extend beyond nervous systems. To better understand these new forms of synthetic life, Levin emphasizes empirical inquiry over preconceived notions. For example, experiments testing how xenobots respond to obstacles or stimuli aim to quantify their goal-directedness and problem-solving abilities, challenging assumptions that intelligence requires a nervous system. He highlights the difficulty humans face in recognizing non-human or non-neural intelligences due to evolutionary biases focused on three-dimensional movement and familiar sensory modalities. Moreover, Levin's work integrates AI and computational modeling to predict and enhance the behaviors of these biological machines. AI simulations accurately anticipated Xenobots' emergent replication methods and helped design improved morphologies, demonstrating the synergy of synthetic biology and machine learning in exploring the space of possible forms and behaviors. Philosophically, Levin posits that consciousness may not be a unique property emerging suddenly in complex brains, but rather part of a broader continuum of cognitive capacities inherent to life, and perhaps even some non-living systems. He suggests that attributing consciousness or experience to tissues and organs challenges entrenched assumptions and requires new experimental tools and open-mindedness. In summary, Dr. Michael Levin's research on synthetic organisms like Xenobots and Anthrobots presents a paradigm shift in biology, showing that cognition, learning, and perhaps consciousness are fundamental properties of life at multiple scales. His work bridges developmental biology, bioelectricity, AI, and philosophy to redefine intelligence and life itself as dynamic, problem-solving systems existing on spectrums rather than in fixed categories. This has profound implications for regenerative medicine, environmental science, artificial life, and our philosophical understanding of mind and self.